ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to In the Streets with Big Stone. Today is a very special day to me because I'm in the company of two of my friends that I've known for many years. To my left is my friend, the informative history man, and to my right is my other friend, the great Prince Ronnie, the Ashanti fire warrior. Today we're here talking about our Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey, our first national and only international hero. I'm going to start with history man. History man.
Yes, my
Welcome
God.
to In the Streets, my brother.
Give thanks.
Welcome to In the Streets, Prince Ronnie.
Listen, love my Lord.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to talk to history man a little bit, and you can feel free to jump in because this is a conversation for all of us here within the group, and all of you out there, you know, in TV land watching this or on your internet. History man.
Blessed Allah.
Tell the people who the informative history man is briefly, a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, greetings. You know, this is one of the world chronologists, archaeologists, anthropologists, the informative history man and musicologist. I'm not a philanthropist, but what I did is out of pure philanthropy. Yeah, well, the informative history man is really an activist in many different ways, you know. History man is also a writer, one that's trying to re-educate people through music. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, as black people, we are so far back, you know, so we do realize that music is one thing that you can gravitate to, so we try to put the message in the music and see what best we can help to eradicate our people. You know, that's what one of the areas we're focusing on right now. But actually, I'm still working also with Ministry of Health, Jamaica AIDS support, because as you know right now, we see HIV as a real plague, not just in Jamaica but worldwide. You know, so we don't know if it's a biological germ warfare, them a fight still, but we know it's very much effective. So we still try our very best to see how much we can implement even one message about HIV to see if we can save two souls. You know, so that's a mission I'm running right now.
Very well, Ishmael. I know you're always involved with something that we can all learn from and grow from. The Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
Yeah.
You have done a song, or many songs, about our great prophet.
True.
Why, Brother Marcus? What really inspired you to write this song? Who was the man that made you want to sing about it or DJ about it?
Well, first and foremost, I've seen so much mendacious books and pamphlets worth of lies, you know what I mean, especially about black people. So by reading and come across the great Honorable Marcus Garvey, you know, come to the realization to know that Marcus Garvey is one of our first black nationalists. He is the one that gave birth to a Malcom X, to a Martin Luther King, to a Rosa Parks, to a Barack Obama, to all of these great people.
Even Bob Marley.
Yeah, of course, even Bob Marley, you know, so
yes.
Marcus Garvey is Jamaica's first national hero, you know, even though we don't get that great honor and credit in our country, but we realize that even in Nigeria, the Nigerians have used Marcus Garvey philosophy and opinion to help liberate their country and gain their independence, you know. Even a Chinaman that is called Mosiah, he was in Harlem working, washing plate, and while Garvey was there preaching in the street, he leave plate washing and follow Garvey, and he take Garvey teaching and go back to China and help liberate these people also. You know, so we see Marcus Garvey as John the Baptist in this dispensation, the forerunner before Christ. You know, so him come before Haile Selassie and say, look to the east, to the crown of the Black King. And we see him say many things, and we see it manifest within our time. So Marcus Garvey is our prophet, John the Baptist, within this Iowa. So we really take the time out for bring the message across to Garvey, because enough youth in Jamaica don't know about Marcus Garvey. I don't know why the political people them try to suppress Marcus Garvey, put him in a little cage and box him up and put him somewhere, you know what I mean? 1924 Garvey was sent to prison by one of the political party then here over income tax, you know, and even till this day we still appeal to them to clear Garvey name from such madness.
Yes,
you know?
Madness.
So we hear now that the People's Political Party want to put Marcus Garvey in the school curriculum coming September. But we still have a problem with that because we don't know who them going to use to really structured this Marcus Garvey lesson to put in the school, because if it's the enemy of Garvey, we still now get the right Garvey teaching.
Exactly.
We just over here says Garvey teaching, but it's still not the right Garvey teaching. So hope that them will use somebody from the UNIA, which is the party that Marcus Garvey had formed in 1914. Excuse the phone ring.
Yeah, but I can also say too that if the book itself is introduced in the curriculum, then it doesn't matter who the teacher is. It doesn't matter who the teacher is teaching. You, the parents now, must get a hold of that book. And when the children or your child come home from school, you must go through that book and make sure that the message is get sent the right way.
All the teachings. And
Brother Prince Ronnie.
The blessed love my Lord. Blessed love my Lord.
Yeah, Prince Ronnie, tell the world who you are, just a little bit about you, and then we get into the meat and the whole thing.
Yeah, Prince Ronnie, the Asian fire warrior, Ashanti fire warrior from Kingston, Jamaica, keeping the positive movements, works of Rastafari worldwide. England, France, Colombia, America, Argentina, Venezuela, all over the whole world, spreading the message to the people. Marcus Garvey, Bob Marley, and the message of Rastafari, the cultural movements that we do in Jamaica, and to Marcus Garvey and Big Stone and this whole works right now, this whole a real upliftment for Prince Ronnie right now, spreading Marcus Garvey message more and more to the younger youth generation in Jamaica and to all over the whole world right now who doesn't know anything about Marcus Garvey. Willing to learn more and more about Marcus Garvey right now.
But it's our responsibility, like, and I've said this many times before, History Man.
Yeah.
I never knew of who the right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey was until I was 23 years old.
Yeah.
I knew before he was our first national hero. But that's about it. That's about the man in himself. Because when you mention that the people who inspire him, the Martin Luther King, right, the Malcom X, the Jomo Kenyatta, the Kwame Nkrumah, all Stokely Carmichael, all the great freedom fighters.
Yeah.
We learn and know of these freedom fighters. Even Mandela, Queen Mother Moore. We know of these freedom fighters, but we didn't know that they were inspired by the right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Yes. So when I get a word of that knowledge, I said, listen, with this information, I'm not staying in the United States. I'm run, come home, come make sure so we tell the youth them, say, hey, Marcus Garvey is the biggest thing, not just in Jamaica, but worldwide.
Yeah, he's the man that tell all the youths, them, the black youths, the poor families and everyone to organize and centralize.
Exactly.
Marcus Garvey, the great honorable Marcus Garvey, so that's the use them put over the levels, no more underneath the stand, over. So Rastafari works, word sound and everything from Marcus Garvey, elevate the youths them from Jamaica and Africa, all over the whole world to hold up your head and lift up your head high. And no matter the race, the class. No matter where you come from, you can be someone.
When was your first knowledge of who the right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey was?
Well,
the first, when they really start to recognize how powerful and great the man was.
Well, as a Jamaican, as a black youth in Jamaica who grew up with a poor family, and know that Marcus Garvey is one of our first national hero in school. I become a man who more open wide mind for Marcus Garvey teaching. Now as I go along more and more in ages, I becomes more open-minded to know more and more about Marcus Garvey, the teaching of Marcus Garvey. So it elevates me more and more each day.
Well, you see, that's what we're talking about. We're here with Prince Ronnie, the Ashanti fire warrior, an informative, legendary history man. Talking about the legacy of our first national and only international hero, His Excellency, the Right Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Prince Ronnie, you have done a number of songs about Marcus Garvey, not just here in Jamaica. Matter of fact, you just concluded a tour of France. Where have you been? Tell your fans out there where you was in the last few weeks.
Yeah, well, I was out in Europe for 77 days. Well, it's mainly in France, we tour in France, Lyon, Besançon, Toulouse, Paris, in and around. There are some French names that we can't pronounce. But we're inside and outside still, spreading the message, 77 days we're out of France.
So when you're out there and do now, like you have done a yard many times over, a Marcus Garvey song, What type of response you get from out there now, in the national world out there, about His Right Excellency?
Well, to be honest, history, man, the way I put across my information is like creating a genre within a genre.
Mm-hmm.
The people them accept me for what me do and the way I put it across.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so they gravitate to everything that me do. And of course, many of the people outside here, they know of Marcus Garvey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they know of Marcus Garvey. That's
so when you do the song, you get a great big response.
Great response. People sing.
Sing
people
along with it.
Daddy
Wow.
Marcus, people sing Daddy Marcus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They sing Daddy Marcus. You know, when I'm doing Marcus Garvey history, they stand up and they listen to the information.
As you mentioned that, you know, you have to give them even half of the song, because, you know, this is national internet, the entire universe. They've been sitting there patiently, watching us for a while, so they need to be entertained. Ladies and gentlemen, the informative history man, we're going to give a little piece of the history of His Excellency, the right Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
When I catch your history about Marcus Garvey, when I catch your history, yes, when I catch your history, when I catch your history about Marcus Garvey, when I catch your history, yes, when I catch it. No 1887 born Marcus Garvey, down in a sentence bay, down in the country. The man moved to Kingston as a royal king, a great printer. Him work with Benjamin. 1904, them catch them fear because of the man journalistic career. 1908, Garvey get a big fight because him take part in the trade union strike. 1909, assistant secretary with all those work Garvey could no bother. 1910, travel to Costa Rica, Panama, Ecuador, and Nicaragua, Honduras, Colombia, and Venezuela. 1911, return to Jamaica. 1912, Garvey go to England because he want to check out them education. If you love Garvey, short hip away. 1914, him from the UNIA. 1916, travel to USA. 1917, the man a tour same way. 1918, the man a teach same way. One God, one aim, and one destiny. Them eat the profit through them have bad mind. 1919, him have the Black Star Line. 1920, him first convention. Visit Cuba in 1921. 1922, he make the first petition for all black people of the League of Nations. Marcus Garvey, two wife, then and sister Amy. Publish him first book in 1923. 1924, me just can't figure Garvey gone a prison over income tax. 1925, you no must remember them lock up Garvey up in Atlanta.
Don't give them no, don't give them no more. You know why? Come out to Emancipation Park on the 17th of August and hear the informative history man do this song for Dr. Julius Garvey, celebrating the life and the legacy of our first national and only international hero, the right honorable Marcus Garvey. History man.
Blessed my Lord.
What a song. I want everybody to come out. We're inviting everybody from the diaspora of Jamaica and within the Caribbean
Truly.
to come out on that day, because that's going to be a blessed day.
Yeah, it's significant.
What do you mean for you? What do you think August 17th is going to mean for you now?
Well, to
Seeing
me,
the sun,
yeah.
and it's 125th.
Well, honestly, when I just come to the knowledge of Marcus Garvey, you know what I mean, because I grew up on this Eurocentric way of thinking, you know. So when I come to the realization that there is an Afrocentric way of thinking, and I try to make the transition, Marcus Garvey was my only hopes to really shine that light that I'm looking for. So for a day of Marcus Garvey to celebrate, it's really mean everything to me. You know, it really mean everything. It's like a day of revitalization. You know what I mean? Where I can really come and sit and say, yes, I'm in the presence of the ancestors.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's mean everything to me.
Prince Ronnie, I know you're sitting there patiently.
Yeah, man.
What August 17th now? Tell me, what August 17th?
Right on August 17th is a special day for Marcus Garvey, and I want to say this. Didn't have a public holiday for Marcus Garvey. Why? Didn't have a public holiday for Marcus Garvey. Why? Didn't have a public holiday for Marcus Garvey. Yeah. Marcus Garvey open the youth them eyes, you know. Make the youth them come realize, you know, how to share and care for each other, you know. So you happen now. The 17th of August, Emancipation Park Day, Marcus Garvey Day. Rastafari.
The animal must come out, you know. Remember, the ceremonial part of the whole thing starts at Emancipation Park, where Dr. Julius Garvey will be afforded keys to the city officially.
Yeah.
And then we're going to move on to Eastern Peace Center, that is 121 Windward Road, we have the tribute concert featuring the informative instrument, and Prince Ronnie, the Ashanti Firewire, will come to a massive explosion featuring superstar international artists like Caesar Kalanji, Turbulence the Future, Fred Locks, Eddie Fitzroy, Raquel Sellers, EQ, Aaron Silk, Mr. Paul Elliott, Bongo Ehrman, boy, Ezekiel Rose, Ras Murdoch, Singing Vernon all the way from out there. Boy, I tell you, there's so much artists. If I don't remember everybody, Natty Pablo, you're there too. If I don't remember everybody, please forgive me. But on the 17th, everything will be rock. We have the big backing band of Roots Uprising, that's Prince Ronnie's band, and we also have Warrior Love. We'll have the big bad sound of Caveman International, along with Caesar Kalanji Sound, King Tafari. Then we have also the Dinero movements with Dinero, I know say your artist Divano is also on the show. But I'm gonna tell you, not to forget my son, Greg Nesbitt. Me boy those bundung in a gang war with there. But so much artists, boy, I don't know. What you say? It's
Keep
man.
I look forward to see the one them. Alright, me good, me no bad, me no sick, me no sad, me no eat them cow, them goat, them hog. Moses part, the sea with a rod. Fear on the mom, and the whole of them sad. Children of Israel, the whole of them glad. Sons and daughters, mother than that. Israel king, yes, Israel God. Family know that they must happy and glad. Light up the fire, make a bun down Rome. Tell Babylon, so ready for go home. Rastafari, me head not for home. Eyeless, that's why she don't for the tune. Me no eat them meat, me no suck them bone. Poison my body like any grandma zone. Crack and cocaine, if I leave it alone. Mash up your head, make your family. Yeah, man, Marcus Garvey,
Think just sweet. Rastafari live and reign. Imparting those still, me know having a fan base, so they want the people know what is going on with Prince Ronnie. Prince Ronnie, tell the people them want to go with the career and the
you want to see me just come from Colombia, you know. Brand new album, you know, called The Vision, you know, with some Colombians, you know. Natural selection, you them, and you know, so right now it's a whole jar, right, you know, just mix and I get master, you know, ready for go touch the street, you know. With instrument, we know. Planning back for the 50th anniversary in Colombia again with the ambassador. We traveling back to Colombia now for the anniversary of Jamaica. So okay. You know, it's a whole works with Prince Ronnie and instrument and the whole Roots Uprising family and the whole band. So it's a whole jar.
A whole jar. Prince Ronnie.
Yes, I.
What's in the making now? What people can look out for now with your career? We know it's swell up now. Things are more large.
Well, as you know, yeah. Producer call. Yeah, I soon get back to you. 1 minute, just hold on. Yeah, so here we are going now. We know we have an album out named Chronology Volume 1, consists of 17 historical tracks. If you go to www.informativeinstrument.com, you can purchase that album right there. We're currently working on Higher Heights right now on another album called Chronology Volume 2. Well, Chronology Volume 2, we have featured people like tribute to Muta Baruka, you know, tribute to the 22 President of Canada, the 44 President of America, Jamaica Prime Ministers, of course, and we're featuring some great leaders of Africa on that track also. You know, so it's very much informative because the music I do is called edutainment. I educate while I entertain. So it's very much informative, so I know that people are looking forward to it. You know what I mean? Well, of course, the title track for Chronology Volume 2, it's gonna be Africans Inventors and their inventions. Very, very much important.
But you know, as you mentioned that though, we can't not end this interview with you about some of the greatest inventions that black people have invented. Like the streets, the stoplight, blood plasma, first open heart surgery. But I'll tell you more. Instrument can tell you more. I can only tell you a few, but Instrument can tell you more. Go ahead, Instrument, tell him.
Africans inventors and their invention. To know about them we need information. Africans inventors and their invention. When I listen to the informative history man. Africans make paper, chess and alphabet. Father of medicine, the great Imhotep. Africans we are the head of civilization. European popular invent by James Adam. Black people know yourself and try stand up firm. Biscuit cut and made by AP as burn. When me say the Anzemuna support that LCBL invent the wheel in bed. Africans inventors and their invention. To know about them we need information. Africans inventors and their invention. When I listen to the informative history man. Watch it big tree and mind you get a small axe. E.G. Beckett invent the letterbox. Fit you off, physical fit. L.F. Brown invent the Asperger bit. Enough of them a wrinkle, a bend and all a screw. Oscar E. Brown invent the shoe. And them create the sickness, but we have the cure. John A. But invent the lawnmower. Listen, history man and hear the one ya. Boris John Marksman invent the typewriter. Them say after storm, it must be a calm. R.A. Butler invent train alarm. How you think invent the peanut butter? Is a little black man named J.W. Carver. Enough of them a laugh like them take it for joke. A MC man invent lotion and soap. You need to study more about your ancestor. Alexander Mize invent the elevator. Black was first, me defend truths and right. Garrett Morgan invent the stoplight. Ancient Abyssinia, that is my home. Henry Sampson invent cellular phone. House abundant people run come here. Tom J. Marshall invent the extinguisher. Jason Dodd invent refrigerator. Paul E. Williams invent the helicopter. Black people are enough things you still don't know. Joseph Dixon invent piano. I saw me get know say me a band superstar. Robert Jonah Flemings invent the guitar. Me champion the Jagana, me champion the beer. J.B. Winter invent the wheelchair. Granville Woods invent roller coaster. Telephone transmitter, fire escape ladder. The incubators of the earth that are Ethiopia. Life farm begin from in Mama Africa. Reggae and dancer, Jamaicans invent that. DJ Cool, I him invent hip hop. Notorious Biggie, I him invent rap. So how come some people still round there chat? Frederick M. Jones, you know fit please remember this. I him invent the air conditioner unit. How we do the work and Babylon take the fame. Isaac Johnson invent the bicycle frame. R.B. Spike said that we must take a lift. I him invent the automatic gear shift. How we invent most of the things on the scene. Augustus Jackson invent the ice cream. Dewey Sanders say we are kings and queen. I him invent the urinalysis machine. Elijah McCoy invent lubricator. John L. Love invent pencil sharpener. Maurice W. Lee invent the pressure cooker. A.L. Lewis invent window cleaner. Take plane without shoes from out of Jamaica. That was invented by Motor Baruka.
Jamaicans, we
yes, mama, bless.
Out of Africa, they took us many years ago. Many hundreds of years ago. But guess what, Jamaica? Let's get back our mind, let's get back our wisdom, get back our understanding, let's get back our knowledge. And we shall forward into this new millennium. Rastafari.